What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the single covers of Miwa's single Anata ga Koko ni Ite Dakishimeru Koto ga Dikiru Nara. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. But that translates to, if you can stay here and hold me, or rather, if you can stay here and hug me. Pretty much along those lines. Let's begin with the CD-only version of the single cover. Alright, so to me, this single cover sort of symbolizes like a child in his or her mother's womb. Well, I guess in this case it would be in her mother's womb. And I like the look. I wish that Miwa's body, like, I wish that her head would be either up or to the right. You know, the way that they positioned her body, I don't like it being positioned downward. I rather it be positioned to the right or upward. However, I do like the coloration of this photo. Like, it's really colorful. It really symbolizes autumn to me. I guess that was the look they were going for, possibly. But checkpoint for them. Checkpoint for Miwa's team. I like the dress that she's wearing. It's not the best dress, but I think it works in this particular photo. I like the leaves, the coloration of the leaves as well. I like Miwa's face. It does, her eyes are closed, but she does seem to be commanding some, life and vitality with her face, And I like that, even though she has her eyes closed, she still, is giving us a good facial expression. So I like that. Also, if you look closely, you'll notice some bubbles in the photo. That's a bit strange. I don't know why the bubbles are there. I don't know what purpose they're serving or how they would really, like, add to, like, the theme that they were going for, I assume. But I think it's a nice touch, although a bit random, I like how Miwa's body is positioned. I like the way that her arms are positioned, although I would have liked to have seen her hands under her head to help symbolize sleeping a bit more. Because I think that was the look that Miwa and her team were going for. Let's see. And I don't know. I think I see her foot. And I don't know if I would want to see her foot in this particular case. Although, like, if we're going to see her feet, I wish that we could see both of her feet. But if we're not going to see her feet, then we should not see any of her feet, if you get what I'm saying. Either we see both feet or we see no feet. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, here we're getting like one foot. Like, why? But, I guess I'm just nitpicking at that part, I think it works overall, though. But yeah, I really like the ambiance of this photo. I like, for me, like, the coloration is what really captures my attention. And I think Miwa would be able to capture my attention better if her body was just positioned a little bit better. Really, she could keep the same position that she has, but just change the angle of it, Maybe have her head to the right or upward, as I said before. But overall, I think Miwa is working it in the photo. and I think she's doing a good job. And I think that, you know, the ambiance of the photo works too. Um, for me, her name, like her name looks fine in the photo, but the title of this seems to kind of fade. You know, the title is super long as well, and it's sort of fading into the background. And you know, so they could have done better with that. But overall, I think this photo is really, you know, an artistic shot. You know, it looks really artistic, and I like that. So, um, yeah, I think it's a nice photo. But on to the next photo. All right, this is the, you know, the cover for the CD plus DVD version of the single. And here, I'll say I'm glad to be able to see Miwa's face better, and I noticed that this is a beauty shot as well. However, she does look a little creepy, you know, just a little creepy. And I think it's because of the way that her lips are positioned. It makes her look sort of like an evil doll, you know? um, and as well, let's see. I think that for me, I do like her eyes, you know? I like her eyes in the photo. And she has given us decent neck in this photo, which is good. You know, you don't want to come off looking like a no neck monster in a beauty shot, especially. You know, I like the leaves in the photo. However, they seem to be kind of like in her hair, even though I think that the leaves were photoshopped to the photo. But yeah, they look like they're in her hair, and her hair looks like it's in disorder. You know, a little messy. However, I say that the bubbles seem to have more of a purpose in this particular photo, um, because of the hair. You know, even though I don't think that was the look that they were going for with the photo, because it kind of comes off with the bubbles. It kind of comes off as like, you know, a shampoo commercial now. You know, it's like, oh, has Autumn, you know, done horrors to your hair? Well, try out this new shampoo. It will moisturize your hair and bring it back to life. You know? In the photo, Miwa does look happy, but it seems like it's slightly insincere, you know? And I think that's the reason why she's coming off as a creepy doll versus a human being, because I don't think she was able to find or express sincere happiness with her face. And I think that she can do it, but I just think that maybe she just missed the mark here. Or perhaps this is the theme that they were going for. Yeah. But the theme of the photo, I assume, is if you can stay here and hug me, you know? And that is a difficult theme to interpret. To be fair, that is a difficult theme. But here, I'm like, does this make me want to stay here and hug Miwa? You know, not so much, not so much. But I will say that the title and her name look better in this particular photo because they don't fade into the background. But let me give you my rankings of these photos. Or rather, let me just tell you which photo I like better. While I do like both photos, and I think both photos have their merits, you know, this was sort of a tough choice for me to make, but I will go with the CD only version as the better photo, and I think it's the better photo because I think it's a bit more daring, a bit more bold, a bit more edgy. As well, I think Miwa's facial expression is more sincere. And I think the photo is a bit more dynamic. But like I said, it's a close call, you know, and the photos are different because one is a body shot and one is a beauty shot. But I think what sold me on the photo was, you know, the edginess and the facial expression of the photo. But, you know, 50-50, you know. But what do you guys think? Feel free to let me know. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next photo analysis, adios and goodbye for now.